Sony is doing something different this year regarding their pre-E3, and we got the first announcement today, and we can also kind of predict what is coming in the next couple of days, and we got some new artwork from a game that I really can't wait for, Ghost of Tsushima. So let's get into it in this video. If you enjoyed that, then a like would be super appreciated, and let's go! E3 is really close. The biggest gaming convention kicks off on June 9th with EA Play, and then the following day we got the press conference from Microsoft and Bethesda, and then Monday on June 11th we got Square Enix, Ubisoft, and Sony will host their event on that day as well. And while Sony last year had an hour-long conference before they started with their regular show, this time they want to do it a little bit different and have a new announcement every day until Monday, June 11th. Until their big show. So today we got their first announcement that you see right here. It's Tetris Effect from the creators of Res Infinite that a ton of people really liked on the PlayStation VR. So this Tetris Effect is a little spacey. It's coming to PlayStation VR and PS4 in the fall of 2018. So not really something that I look forward to, but Tetris is of course a pretty big deal. The stream that announced it though was kind of cringy and unnecessary, at least in the case of Tetris Effect, because what it basically was just three super biased people saying that it looked amazing and that they would watch the trailer on loop and stuff like that.
I love that trailer. I feel like I need to put that on loop and just watch it like 15 times, cleanse my soul. It's just so positive. Yeah.
Would have been great if they actually gave some insight, like how did this project came to be, how does it play. They said nothing like that, so they basically just showed the trailer and then said, oh, it looks amazing, and then the stream ended. Like it was 10 minutes, something like that. So hopefully tomorrow's stream is more interesting because Sony wants to do one of these announcements every day, and on June 7th we will have a release date for an upcoming worldwide studio title. So a first party game from a Sony owned studio. And I really think there are just a few options for this one, obviously. So the big PlayStation press conference that will happen on June 11th will focus on Spider-Man, The Last of Us Part 2, Death Stranding and Ghost of Tsushima. More on that game, by the way, a little later in this video. So those games will shine during the big show, so I think it's safe to assume that we will not get a release date for one of those games tomorrow on June 7th. No, I think it's either Days Gone, the zombie open world game from Sony Bend, or Dreams from Media Molecule. And I lean more towards the latter, simply because Days Gone just had the month of coverage in the Game Informer, where they also talked about the early 2019 time frame for the game. So to already announce a release date right now would be too soon, but totally possible. I think Dreams is more likely though, because that game is still slated to hit in 2018, so we don't know when, and we also haven't seen any big blowout with info on that game from the Little Big Planet makers yet. So I think you want to do that in this pre-E3 show, because they are probably not going to touch on this game during the E3 2018 show, with Sony focusing on the other titles. I really hope it's an August release, because otherwise I think it will be really easily overlooked in the crowded September month. We got Blockbuster October and then Graveyard November. Why Graveyard? Because launching after Red Dead Redemption 2 will not be smart. Everyone will be talking about that. We even saw Call of Duty move from their regular early November window to mid-October. So if they are moving away, I don't think many other titles will want to launch in November. Although you could say it's a different audience, with Dreams more being a family type of game, just like a Little Big Planet. And Little Big Planet 3 also launched in November, so I can see that happen. Not sure if it would be smart, but we will see. I really hope August, but I'm not sure if they can hit it. On the other hand, they have been working on this game for 5 years now at this point, so it should be ready, right? So yeah, probably a release date for Dreams on June 7th. On Friday, June 8th, we got a new PS4 game announcement, so this could really be anything, but probably an indie game from a respectable studio, I think, looking at the Tetris announcement we got today. Then on Saturday, we got a new PSVR game. Again, could be anything, but probably something that Sony really wants to push, that they give it their own spotlight. And on Sunday, the final announcement is an eagerly anticipated game coming to PlayStation VR, so a game everyone wants on PlayStation VR. Greg Miller from Kinda Funny made a good point saying it could be Beat Saber. That is a super popular VR game on Steam right now, where you hold a lightsaber and have to smash things on the beat of the music. It looks really cool. I want to play that, so it would be awesome if that came to PlayStation VR. Some might think that maybe Fallout 4 would come to PlayStation VR. That would also be eagerly anticipated. And it of course also has a VR version on Steam already. Again, Sunday we will see that announcement. But to be honest, I'm way more looking forward to the big Sony show with the 4 games I already noted, especially one we haven't seen a lot of apart from this trailer that they showed during Paris Games Week. And then I'm of course talking about Ghost of Tsushima, an open world samurai fighting game. Like, do I have to say more? It's made by the infamous developers, so they know their open world and especially gameplay really well. I hope we see gameplay during E3. I think we will. This game has been in development for a really long time, but to ease the wait, we already got new concept art from this super promising game as posted on Reset Era. So we got this sort of house in the swamp with the broken boats nearby. It looks kind of scary. We also got this amazing art from some sort of island and a broken bridge, maybe with our character looking like, okay, so how can I get across now? It looks really cool. We get a deep dive on June 11th during the Sony press conference. But again, Christmas for gamers will already start on June 9th with EA kicks things off, Anthem, Battlefield, stuff like that. I'll be flying to E3 this Saturday, so expect gameplay and info from awesome games you come to expect from me. Ghost of Tsushima included. Totally subscribe if you haven't already. Drop a like to support the channel. I got an awesome God of War video coming up really soon. Check out my video on big surprises that will blow our minds at E3. What are you most excited about? Let me know in the comments down below and I will speak to you next time. Goodbye!